Dealing with the fucking insanity of the job market here in Canada, one realizes one stark, how do I put it, feature that keeps cropping up, and that is that the bias towards the employer and how they feel about going forward is like automatically and biasedly like selected as the way forward. If you as an individual bring up an issue, to like an employment agency or something like that, and it's an issue that usually like the person on the other end of the phone call is like, yeah, we know, but like, employers don't really like this or that and blah blah blah. But it's like you're hearing it from the horse's mouth here that it's like it's not just, like, how do I put this? It's not like I'm choosing to do it to fucking spite the employer and make them feel bad. It's like leaving jobs and stuff like that, having, big gaps in my employment. It's not my choice to do that. Like sometimes it's straight up the employer shifting their goalposts to a place that is no longer really feasible when, like, just before, when you're working the job, it was just barely sustainable. But anyway, that's just kind of how I see it. It's just nothing is going to change here in Canada unless we really start looking at employers differently. And what I mean by that is they need to be brought back down to earth with the rest of us rather than, oh, you're out of work for 2 years, you've probably been looking, like I can't see all the resumes and stuff you send to people, but like you got a year or two of gaps here in your employment, man. What am I gonna do with this here? Like, this makes me feel not good. It's like, oh well, sir, you're making me sign a non-disclosure agreement. Like, what if something happens in the factory and you just kind of brush it off? Like, what's gonna happen there? Like, it's a two-way street, and you're just not given what you're taking. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.